Hello, this is Team Kodak, and we're about to hold a pre-sprint ceremony for Sprint 4. Now we're gonna see what we have on backlogs, product backlogs, the stories points, and we're gonna discuss if it's gonna be worth it to put it into our sprints this sprints. Starting from the first one, as a user, I want to see a relevant scores of the job in my profile. What do you guys think? I remember we putting this as an optional feature that we're gonna put in if we are done with everything. Do you think we are on the page of having more work road than
Yeah,
what?
so I've already worked on it and the module is ready. It just has to be integrated.
Oh, so
Mm,
it's half done then. So I guess we
Yeah,
will put it in our backlog.
Yeah.
yeah. First, let's just start by setting a goal for the sprint.
Mm-hmm.
So our goal is to,
Have a working model,
have
complete, like integrated everything.
a completely working app that has the features of getting the job recommendations and giving the score matches of the job and the user's profile. So that is our goal.
It would be
And we are like halfway there. Our authentication is also almost done, and we just have to integrate these two things so we could get the job list and we could get the job details and where we can just match the get the user score also.
Yeah, it would be great. I was just looking, it would be great if we could have a little sticky notes on the side to show our goals for the sprint so we could refer back in this meetings. But however, we know what is our goal is, so
Yeah,
hopefully we can remember that. But I was just wanted to make sure that it was easier to view for the viewers. But so I that now that we have established the goals, let's see if this the first story is appropriate for these goals. I think so.
yeah, it is.
So I will start by dragging it up into the sprint 4. And now we can look into the second one. As a user, I want all the job recommendations in one place. Yeah, I mean, that
Yeah,
is definitely part of our goal. And I think that it's crucial to be in our sprint 4 backlogs.
yeah,
And I feel like it serves a great a clear goal for the sprint overall goals.
yeah.
And for the sprint, the third story I see as a user, I want to be able to browse through all the available jobs in a single page.
Isn't this similar to the second one?
Yeah, it's very similar from the second one. I agree. But I see that.
Single place, like in a single application. What does that mean?
As in not in multiple pages where you keep on switching pages. It
Yeah,
should be like an sort of infinite scrolling thing.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can try that.
yeah. Well, let's try. As we mentioned, maybe we could after all this, we could assign to people what they're gonna be
Yeah,
working. Uh, which what I felt like it was different is that, of course, yeah, browsing through all different jobs, available jobs is at one thing from parsing from the APIs, but job recommendations that are tailored to the users is different thing. So that's why I feel like these two are different in that way.
yeah. So maybe we could just change the wording of it.
How should we, as in like infinite,
Yeah, infinite scrolling.
infinite, infinity scrolling. Yeah, and that is definitely a crucial part of our app. And the, the fourth backlog is as a user, I want to should be able. I think we should reword this. As a users, I want to
Be able.
be able to get all the details of the jobs. So this probably means the job descriptions of the available jobs.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm. And yeah, I feel like this is a clear sprint goal as well. What do you guys think?
What about the
Yes.
AWS part?
I mean, that is not exactly a user story. That is sort of a hosting solution. So we'll add tasks that we'll need to complete all these user stories. So in that we can do that.
Okay, got
So
it.
for now, you can take this up.
So we're including them, and we have 0 remaining backlogs. That's great. Now let's figure out what are detail tasks that needs to be done for completing this user the stories, and who will be working on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the front end part. So I think me and Rishi will integrate with that. And I think everyone can join when we are
Yeah,
integrating
and
that.
also, sorry, you can continue. Yeah.
And that's it, that's it.
Also, Sung-ah will also work on them as well. Actually, I was thinking maybe I'm interested to do the infinite scrolling on this front end side. So I kind of want to try that. If that,
Yeah, I have a few ideas for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, okay. Well, the first one, what would be the task will be for you guys if you guys are working on the first stories?
So the first story, we need a relevance score. So from that's like the backend module is ready for that.
Mhm.
And we just have to integrate the API, and we need to create like a field for the user to just generate the score or be able to view the score. I don't know what Yash is thinking, maybe a sort of a button where he can just click and the score might pop up, or it's just a design choice at the end
Yeah.
because the score
So
will be there either way.
you can divide this task in 3 parts. This is getting the login data and then connecting that login data to the resume uploaded, and then that resume can getting that resume we can compare with the API and get the data. So that divide in 3 parts.
I have a small doubt. So user will upload the resume, right?
Yeah,
Resume. Which format he can upload?
any format.
Any format, right? Okay.
We have two formats for now, docs and PDF.
Yeah, in future we are looking forward to carrying all the formats. But
But
let's have something running.
yeah, usually the convention is to have either a docs or PDF, and I don't think we should stretch ourselves including all the formats.
Yeah, there's not much other format that I think of for as a resume anyway. Docs and PDF, I think it's enough for now.
Yeah.
Well, circling back with the task, the first one you said the login, connecting, what is it?
So
Get user
first,
data from
yeah.
user to database.
So first thing is we have to finalize a mechanism to maintain cookies where we can store the user data.
Fetching, storing. Cookie. Will this be an appropriate first task that is related to the story?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And we will be assigning this to Cookie. Rushi?
Yeah. And Yash.
Yash. There's two Yash. What the? Due date should be the same date as it should.
Everything is done with that. So
Right, looks good.
yeah.
Me too. And then another one, oh no. Ooh. Another one is that fetching users data from the database and matching the resume. Is that
Yeah,
what
that part is done.
that part is done?
Yeah, I have the API ready for it.
So then we just need to connect the
Exactly. That's why we need the cookie. So as soon as the user logs in or registers, we store the login details in cookie sessions, in cookies. So his session is active, and then I'll be fetching all the API data, all the data required for me to get the user details from database with the data in cookies.
So we have to also extract the main like keywords from the resume, and then we have to remove that. So
Yeah,
we-
that part is done on the login. Sorry, that part is done on the sign up itself.
so
okay.
So as soon as the user uploads the resume, automatically all the keywords and everything is extracted right then and there.
yeah, definitely. But I was wondering, I think I am curious about the relevant scores modules is already done. That's what you said, right?
Yeah,
So then I feel like the next step for here to be that how we're gonna display it on the UI
exactly.
that's what we need to put on this task, I think.
Yeah.
UI.
So do you want like a button or like just a normal field? Or we can either show like a pie chart.
Pie chart. That would be cute.
Yeah. I mean, we had it on our second sprint demo, like the design of like the pie. I like that.
Yeah, pie chart is better option, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, design. That would be assigned to Yash, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I can also join him. Like, I'm
Yash,
also working on some part. Yeah.
Yeah.
due date will be. And
I
also,
think in this one you can also add Ashish or Vamsi if you want.
we'll have
I
to.
can-
Just
I can
add
do-
Ashish
Yeah,
and
I can.
Vamsi in this.
Anyone want to join on this one?
Yeah, you can add me.
Let me see. Let me see.
You'll have to go in issues to add them.
Is it?
What is the parent field? I think we can link these tasks to the stories.
I
You
think
can
so.
also add me in that if you want.
if you want, I mean, do you want
Yeah,
to?
you already added it in that.
No.
No, I think they not it.
What
I
is
think
it?
the icon next to attachment, I think that's it for,
Next to attachment.
yeah, you
Attachment.
see the paperclip
Paperclip.
right next to it.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
No. Oh, well, then we
No,
can.
Yeah. Now we got it.
then-
Yeah.
Yes.
So this
You can add that there then.
Yeah, this task we
just
can
do
add there.
Scrum
Yeah.
48.
see, above Scrum 47, there's add a parent. Similarly, you'll see that on tasks as well.
What about like this? Right there.
If you go on some task, yeah,
You know what I mean? It's right here under the child issue. You see that?
Yeah, but then we are not able to assign people to it, I think so.
Hmm.
Yeah.
like you'll have to
And
reassign everything. So like there was an option to add a parent as well.
yeah, I have to change the settings again. Okay, well. Okay. Subtask, I'm gonna add the people.
We have everything right in suggested fields. You see those?
Where? Oh, we already made them.
Yeah.
Assigned to. I'm gonna throw this out. Remove that. Okay, assigned to, and then completion dates. Yeah, definitely need that. And then due dates. I think that's good. Do we need start dates? I'll just put it in. It's not required.
Yep.
Save changes. We go back. And then on here, right here, it's assigned to, who was it? Yes. And Rushi. Rushi. Got it. And then down here we have Dash again with Ashlisha and Vamsi. Anyone who's working on this?
Add me too.
Ashish.
Ashish. And that will be there with the due date to now we can delete this.
Oh, this thing is annoying.
Yeah, it's why do I have to go through all this? Okay. There you go, and you see that two childish issues complete. Wow, that's so nice. Okay, well, now I was also wondering if we have the UI design and everything, but we also need to configure the connections with the module from React, right? Like what we did from how we were connecting the APIs.
Oh, so the API is the thing that we use to connect the
Oh,
front end and the
it's
yeah.
already connected, so that's
Yeah.
fine, and we don't have to worry about another connection, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, great. That's good. Let's see the next one. Are we done with this first, do you think?
Yeah, looks like it. The last part was just the design element that we had to finalize.
And then the user cookies.
Yeah.
That would, you think these two task will successfully complete the story that we have here, user story right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because we are not including all the things that are already ready or already in place for that to be completed. So just the remaining part is these two things.
Got it. That's great. And let's go DD. As a user, I want I want all the job recommendations in one place. Let's see what kind of subtask we could do with these. How should we accomplish this user story?
I don't think there's really a subtask for that, because even for this one, we'll need the cookies. So it's already be done.
Cookies? Should we
Yeah.
just choose an existing of the cookies as part
Yeah,
of
let's do that.
There we go. And that is part of the completing these two tasks.
Yeah, even for you, for the infinite scrolling thing, you'll need cookies, because we'll maintain like a variable that has page count in it, which will keep on updating on every click of like a load more jobs button if there's one.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have to keep on track of who, what kind of jobs has already been there. Like,
Yeah, so like how many jobs have you already displayed, and next 50 jobs, like next 100 jobs. So to keep a track of that, we'll need cookies. So same thing.
yeah, well, cookies I feel like needs everywhere.
Exactly.
Literally.
Because when we were testing it, we were having some problems, and just to link all the pages together, you have to have cookies.
Agree. Now let's see what else we could have on the child's. Why is this one child? Where's the cookie go? Come on now. There you go. And then on here, cookie. Let's add it. Ah. What in the world? Oh, you can't only. Okay. Do you guys see that?
Yeah, it can only be done to one.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
But
damn.
either way, if that thing is complete, then we don't need one over here.
Yeah. Well, we know that we imply that it's included. The cookies are included with that. All these tasks, all these user stories.
So
now
in this one, you can just add that we have to figure out a way for the user to define scrolling, like how he wants to scroll with a button, or just as soon as you reach at the bottom of the screen, it should load automatically. That's the design element that we have to figure out over here. So let's have a button. I think that's much easier.
You think button? Are we gonna have a footer? Because sometimes when I have infinite scrolling pages, it's really annoying to go down and want to go to the footers, but I can't really get to it because it's keep refreshing. That's why I'm saying, are we gonna have a footer?
So if there's a button, then there's no infinite scrolling. The button itself acts as a scroll for you.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I was wondering if we are having buttons, so if we should put button or infinite scroll.
Button is a good idea.
Yeah,
Because
button is
infinite,
easier,
yeah.
and it's easier. It would be easier for you to keep a track of how many jobs have been scrolled through, and like how many more jobs do you want? Like the next batch of 15, next batch of 100, whatever it is.
Yeah, because if you scroll, you get lost and you're like, oh, where was
Yeah.
it? And stuff.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Sometimes they're really
Or
annoying.
else we can show the count, like for the current page, it's like 1 to 20 jobs. And if we click on the button, then it will show like 21 to 40 jobs like that. We can
Yeah,
create.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But if you have like a load more button, then you don't need to keep a track of count of how many jobs you've seen.
Yeah, I'm just giving the example, like.
Yeah, no, we get it. You're trying to say. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good idea, Rishi. I mean, we can add Like we can try to add like a external, like you can say IDs, which will show the 20, 40. I mean, we can see that, but it's a later part of design. But
Yeah,
it's
so
a good idea. Yeah.
but the problem with that is we have to give IDs to those jobs. Those jobs don't come with an ID.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have to
okay.
manually assign it to the jobs, and the IDs will keep on changing as we keep calling the API.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
use it today, tomorrow IDs 1 to 6 would be like 40 to 50.
But
We can add an array, like this is a look, the
Yeah,
jobs are array, right? You know, whatever they're coming, they're
it's a
arrays.
list.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
the development side, we can
Yeah,
just
we
add the
can just
array, but
add
yeah.
that this is the array and just list everything from like 1. So it will going to start everything. So whenever you refresh, it's going to be new job, but the ID is going to be like 1 to 20. The jobs are different when you refresh, you know. But I mean,
Yeah,
this is a later on, like this is something which we can discuss on when we are
yeah.
having a daily meeting, and we can see like experiment on this.
Content design to so let's add a button.
road
A
more.
button.
Hold up, y'all. Job list. Yeah. Front end design. Front end button.
Thank you.
Of course. It's gonna be front end, and it will be assigned to me.
Yeah, and I'll help you with the API thing.
What API thing?
For the next load of jobs, you need to call the API.
I have to call that. I thought we're done with calling the API. That was so pain in the ass looking at you guys connecting the API.
Yeah,
I was so happy that we didn't have to do it again, but we have to do it again.
yeah,
Oh my goodness. Okay, well,
Yep.
I will need you guys' assistance on that.
yeah.
Yash and
Sure.
what is it again? Connecting.
Adding an infinite, like add more job, show more job button.
No, it's you don't have to add that task over here.
It's just subtext of that subtext.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's just context for that.
I mean, I can take that, but if anyone want to work on it, let me know now.
You
Um,
I
need
can
me on
join
that
you.
too.
I
Yeah.
had a question. Like, why would she have to call the API every time?
Because our API only returns 100 jobs at a time.
Who's gonna scroll more than 100 though, by the way? That's so
You have to.
we'll
Come
just
on, in this market,
oh yeah. Well, definitely. Well, yeah, you're right. Got me sad thinking about my own situation where I scroll in thousands of jobs.
exactly.
So am I alone in this one, guys?
I will join
You can
you.
add my name too.
Who is that? I sounded like my okay.
Srija.
Srija. Got it. Srija and me? Is that it?
Yeah, I'll help you guys out.
Rushi needs to be there for our API
Yeah.
connecting, definitely. Now let's move on to the other one, the last one. As a user, I want to be able to get all the details of the job. So which AKA the job descriptions of the provided job list.
So you don't need cookies for this one, so we don't have to worry about that.
Actually,
It's
I'm
just
already started working on this. So yeah, I'm in the process to complete that part.
What kind of subtask will it be related to though?
To get
Uh,
the data from API, the very first
Yeah,
thing, and
that's
then
it.
display that on
the
the front end. So
description,
add
yeah.
2 point.
Do we have a CSS file that is saying the description?
What?
do we have a CSS components about this description?
Actually, I'm working on that. It's not completed yet. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess that's part of the whole thing to display the descriptions.
Yeah.
Well, on the front end side. So the child's issue was from Aslisha. What was it again? To sum up both of them all together, back end and the front end all together, connecting, and the
To
So
get data from API.
Yeah. Data from
So-
API. Yeah.
hold on. For this one, for you to use the API, you will need the job ID.
We'll need a specific job ID from the API,
Yeah.
like specific job.
No, so the thing is, your job list will have the details of all the jobs, right? But it won't have complete descriptions and all the subfields of every job detail.
You
Okay, so
can
for
get that, but it's just displaying the names. When you open that, we're going to display the data from the same array ID, which is actually
yeah,
showing you the
yeah,
details.
so you need to get that ID from when you click the name.
So when you click,
Yeah.
it will push. You'll get the same ID
Exactly.
from the API. Yep.
Exactly. So we'll need the ID.
I think we can do this. Sisha, I can help you with that.
Yeah. Actually, I need your help. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
so what should I name the subtask? Yeah.
Just say use job ID to collect all the data from API.
Using the job ID to connect on the that is going to be assigned to Ashlisha.
Yeah.
And who else?
You can add me.
Yeah,
Yes.
Got it. Is this looks like that's all?
just one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have to work on deployment manual. I think Sujay was working on it.
Deploy manual.
Deployment manual. You can write it as a task.
Could be stories too, no? As a user, I want to have to know I mean, I guess they don't want to know about the deployments.
Exactly.
Deploy, deploy, deploy manual. Manual. Is that right? This song is not giving me anything. Oh, okay. Deploy
Just one
manual.
thing. Enter.
Is that it?
Now you can do something.
Assigned to
Sujay.
it was doing it.
Yeah.
And the due date for this is the same as 8th.
Yeah. Because we have to update our Git wiki page on the 8th, by the 8th,
Okay, so
not
that
on
is
the 8th. So
okay. Is there anyone want to help out with the deploy manual? With Sujin?
I don't think I already
can
told
help
him
you.
everything he needs to know. So
Righty.
yeah, because we already had a meeting yesterday and that's done.
Okay. Should we start the sprint?
Yeah, that looks like everything we'll need for us to complete sprint 4.
Actually, we will have to also decide the story points right now, like the committed story points. Let's see.
You have to configure it again.
But can we do that on the where can we put it as maybe number?
Yeah.
It could be the story.
You have to assign give story points to subtasks also. I think so.
Got it.
Do
That should be required.
like it's a question, do only stories have story points or do tasks have story points too?
I think only story has story points.
Perfect. Okay. Just search, do tasks have story points?
Story points are essentially used in other languages to help you to complete a task. I mean, we know that, but yes, other languages use story. No, like story.
That is ambiguous.
Literally, like
Yeah.
not telling us anything.
A product item or a piece of work that can be a task too.
Oh wait, a story points are set for
Is that a process? That is the question. Technically, wait, see the first line. Technically, it is perfectly possible to allow for tasks to be estimated in story points.
I feel like, I mean, yeah, I feel like we should be putting it as a story points because deploy manual is not really related to any story, user stories.
Yeah, that is not.
So that's
But-
why I'm like, maybe we shouldn't have
But
story.
what about the subtasks? Like creating cookies, adding a button, the child tasks that we have in
Yeah.
our user stories.
I think that's the part of the story points of the
It is
story,
the
like the
it is
parent
a part of the story, so that point should be like for the child part as well, right? It will be like
Yeah.
if 2 points, two child are there, then the if 2 for one and 3 for other task, then the story point should be like 5.
Yeah, like combine them all together.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's assign it then.
Yeah.
But the deploy manual. So I'm just gonna put story points as in not required for the task.
Yeah. Also for subtask. Oh, for task. Okay, okay, okay.
Mhm. All right.
But for subtask, it will be required, right? Because we'll eventually split it.
I mean, it's part of the story.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can show them. Did we not? So yeah. Okay. Story points
Perfect.
required. Some changes. This is some story points in. Yeah. Let's see this one. Let's see the story points of these. Storing user data in a cookie. How long would I think this would be the most hardest part to create a cookie?
And this is the most crucial part.
Yes. So how should we assign this? Let's see. Let's say 135, 1358. Let's say 8 is the highest story points we will get for this sprint. Maybe that's the highest, the most effort that we would take for us to
Yeah,
8.
I agree.
So yeah, let's do 8 as that. And there's another, which is UI design. How do
This
you,
is, I feel, the easiest one.
so you think 1?
But then the story would itself be in
Fine.
Fibonacci series.
Hold up.
You get it? See, 5. Do 5.
Why
mean,
don't why don't we set the story points of a story first, and then we can divide it into inside of the task.
yeah, either way, see how it's going to be is this has to be like the second number because Fibonacci is like n minus 2, n minus 1, and
Mhm.
n.
Yeah.
So 8, 5, 3. It has to be that way. Or like 13, 8, 5. No other way. So this story would be 13 points. If we give 8 points to cookies, the other one has to be 5. There's no other way.
So you want this to be 13?
Because it is like the most important feature.
Yeah. Well, but UI design, do you think that will be 5 though? It requires 5? I mean, there's 4 people working on it. It should be hard, I guess.
I mean, it's it's not hard to do, but I'm just how crucial it is
Yeah.
for us to have that. That's why it should be like 5.
And also,
And plus, if you give this like 3 points, then the sum of the story in itself would be 11, which is not a Fibonacci number.
11. Oh, no.
See, 8 plus 3 would be 11.
Uh-uh,
So 11 is not a Fibonacci number.
no. Let's move on to this one. We had the cookie as in the subtext for this one, but I guess that's all it is. So it's 8. Because 8 is the cookie story points. And now move on to this one. We have the front end plus with the 3, 8. So you think this is also 13 because cookie is also one of them. We're just not, we can just put it on here.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to consider cookies and everything, like the weightage of cookie, because once it's done, it's done. I mean, you don't have to account for it after that.
Yeah, well, so then this one, it's not that much of a task. I would say like
Yeah, it won't be that big of a hassle.
yeah, at
So
most it should be 3. Like
let's give
1,
it 3. Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Yeah, because there's 3 people. Sometimes when there's more people to work on, takes a little more effort. I don't know. Takes more time. And over here, as a user, I want to be able to get all the details of the job, the description. This is almost John, so
Yeah, I mean, mostly it has like a designing part to it, how you want to have all the sections of the job details. I don't think it's like
about
much.
5 sounds.
5, yeah. Sounds reasonable.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
has to be 5, yeah.
yes, there's only one child
Yeah.
on. And then the deploy manual is like almost on it, right? And
No, he'll start working on it. I've just given him all the background that he needs to know,
right,
and he'll start working on it.
how's 3 or maybe 5?
So the deployment thing, he would have to finalize hosting solution also, which would be EC2, which is what we discussed. So let's give it 5.
If we want to add automation, then maybe I think 5 is fine.
Right. This is our planning, guys.
Okay, you can start the sprint now. I think so.
Yay! Wait a minute. Start date. Oh, start date. End date.
Custom.
Yes.
um,
Yeah.
Is this still here? But why is this in our string form? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye bye.